Hi, my name is Daniel Vega. I'm a seminarian here at St. John's Seminary in my third year of theological studies. My home parish is St. Louise de Marillac in Covina, and of God willing, I will be ordained in the year 2022. I just thought I'd share with you a little brief reflection on the gospel for today, especially because I feel that this gospel really talks about vocations and the importance of really finding that meaningful work. So, why don't we begin? A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance with me." He replied to him, "Friend, who appointed me as your judge and arbitrator?" Then he said to the crowd, "Take care to guard against all greed, for though one may be rich, one's life does not consist of possessions." Then he told them a parable. There was a rich man whose land produced a bountiful harvest. He asked himself, "What shall I do? For I do not have space to store my harvest." And he said, "This is what I shall do. I shall tear down my barns and build larger ones. Then I shall store all my grain and other goods, and I shall say to myself, 'Now as for you, you have so many good things stored up for many years. Rest, eat, drink, and be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this night your life will be demanded of you. And the things you have prepared, to whom will they belong?' Thus it will be for the one who stores up treasure for himself, but is not rich in what matters to God." The Gospel of the Lord. I feel that this gospel passage really resonates with me because in some ways it reminds myself of some of my own experience. Before coming to seminary, I used to work professionally. I used to work in the animation industry, and it was work that I was excited for because I wanted to do something very creative. And I was when I was working in animation, I was helping more on the technological side, and it was a good job. It was good. It was secure. It lasted for a while, and it was giving me good pay to live comfortably, and so I was comfortable there. But at the same time, I didn't really feel that it was that it was that I was really nourishing me, or I didn't really find the work much nourishing. I really wasn't working on my own creative projects. I was just helping out with on the side with tech help. Um, and it just shows you how in this gospel how the farmer, how he had work to do. He was just farming, he was storing up his grain, but it really wasn't nourishing him either. He was just thinking about all the good things he will have, that if I put all of my resources into here, I could just live comfortably for the rest of my life. But God doesn't call us to be comfortable. He calls us to grow in love and service to one another. And so pretty much that's what led me to the seminary. I just wanted to find that this was good work. It was comfortable work, but I felt that maybe God was calling me to do something else, to find that work that would be more meaningful, more nourishing. And so I went to the seminary. I got involved in different ministries and service. I found the work much more meaningful, much more giving, because like I was helping out in the classroom. I was preparing reflections and being able to use creativity in that. And I was really surprised that God will find ways to use your gifts in many unexpected ways. And so now I've been able to find that through creative ministry, it's been much more nourishing for me. And of course, this doesn't mean that God's calling everyone to quit their jobs, because everyone's got a different calling in life. God has different plans for each and every one of us. So I'm not saying that everyone has to completely turn your life around. Maybe God is simply asking you to just find a certain ministry that really speaks to you, or work that you will find meaningful. Maybe that could be getting more involved in helping around in different ministries like bereavement ministry in church, or teaching ministry, or especially during this time of lockdown and quarantine, that maybe a simple act of simply calling somebody, checking in on them, and just being an opening ear to those who need somebody to talk to, how we could find this work very meaningful for all of us, because it's not so much just about what's in it for me, but it's about service to other people. And when we grow in service to one another, then we will follow more closely what Jesus calls us to do in finding that service, because it is through our love of one another that we grow closer to the love of our Heavenly Father. And so I thank you for joining me on this day. I ask you to please keep me in my prayers and me and my classmates as we continue toward our discerning our vocation, and I will keep you all in my prayers as well. Okay? God bless. Thank you.